Hello, good evening. Welcome to Awakening Your Worth. I am Peggy Ang. I am based in Malaysia. I'm glad a lot of people don't keep asking me, where are you now? Are you from which country? That kind of thing. I guess you all have been with me for so long. At least most of you have been with me for the past few months. Thank you for joining me. This is Awakening Your Worth and Peggy from Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. And I talk about a lot of random things. I talk about my journey, and my mission is, or in other words, my work is in awakening the 1% of the world population in finding their worth. It sounds very big dream, right? That's why I've been sharing a lot of context about what is worth, but not into in depth, because I also still finding ways to explain to you what is your worth. Do you know what is your worth? Today I was just reading one book called The Discovery of Life Code. I don't know where I got this book from, but it sort of touched on certain things, like we as human beings don't really understand our body. We don't really understand who we are. We are just a product of our parents, who is their product, who is the product of their parents, and so forth. So most of the time, if you want to think back, uh, for Asian mostly, I'm talking from my context of being a Malaysian and my cultural background. I am not sure if you're from around here. If you're not, you might find that it's a bit weird, or it's not relating to you. So before I go on, thank you for coming into my page, the Awakening Your Work, and I hope that you can share my page, because there are things that I share which you might not find relevant now, but on certain time when you're making decisions, my voice will comes in, because I am touching your unconscious mind. And even though you are not listening, your unconscious somehow have picked up things that they wanted you to realize. They sound like magic. It's not jamu, or it's not black magic or something like that, because I gain nothing whether you wake up or don't wake up, whether your awakening is there or not. But obviously I wanted to make sure that most people are awakened, so that we can have peace and harmony in our country. Okay. And I have just like to announce that since yesterday, I have took up a space in one of co-working area around my house, co-working space around the area of my house, so that I can concentrate better. And I feel that it is also better because they have better lighting, better environment for me to work on, instead of me doing my best from my home. A home and the work and my hobbies all have to be separate, especially at this time of my life, where I just reached 60 years old. And it is a challenge. But the beautiful part is, when I was in Hong Kong, I was just having a conversation with the Hopewell person in charge, because I forgot what his title, whether he's CEO or CFO or whatever, because he is just to me just a friend. He told me, I was asking him about Hopewell Hotel, how the founders built, how the founders can find uh, the inspiration to build the hotel on top of the mountain or the hill. He said his success don't come easy. He started at 60 and it took it 30 years. And then that sort of like opened up the door of opportunity for me. I'm 60 years old. I got 30 years to build. So I am so excited about it. Yeah, people say, oh, you 60, you should retire and you should just enjoy your life. You got money, then you enjoy. You don't have money, you just go with whatever you have. You have. But I feel that I've been I only started to realize that I am of value about 10 years ago. And I cannot waste this kind of value just letting it go and being somebody that the environment want me to be or my culture want me to, because everybody say, why you keep learning, you're learning so many different kind of things. You're learning coaching, you're learning NLP, you're taking Bazi reading, you're doing oracle reading, you're doing tarot, you're doing sound healing, you're doing so many things. Well, I want to tell you something, somehow or along the way you must make the mistakes that you make. I pay a lot of money for education for the past 10 to 15 years, and it is something that I cannot afford. But I told myself, if I do not really do something about my life, then I would have wasted my life just being someone that everybody wants but nobody needs, if you know what I mean. So is it a punishment? Well, today's topic is about punishment. We are all punishing ourselves to be who we think other people want. We did not make an effort to really find out what we want that other people have to accept. It's like, I was reading about this phrase. I think I should share with you because I find it pretty interesting. Because I saw it in everybody's life, including my own. And I feel that it's time I share with you what I think it should be. Okay, when we tend to take everything for granted, we are drawing ourselves apart from happiness. When we expecting things to be how it's supposed to be, happiness turns into responsibility and obligations, and eventually it becomes a burden. It simply means that sometimes in order to have a happy family, you do things out of your norm. You just provide, hi, Wong, haven't seen you for a long time. But I saw your TikTok. I'm just not going, I did not go into it to click, but I still watch your TikTok. Uh, then the other thing that I want to bring into thing is that we think that we are happy, but to me, I used to ask myself what is happiness, and I realized that I don't know what is happiness. I don't know what is joy until I started awakening your world, until I started to share with you, and I start to get comments and also support, and sometimes I also get even my own people say, what the hell are you doing? You are just sharing your experiences, and you hope people can really engage your services. Yeah, maybe because when you are in my page, you are already having the same energy with me. So what I'm doing is coaching people towards getting what they want. And my main mission is to coach ambitious entrepreneurs to turn thoughts into actions. And what am I using? I'm using Bazi and the nature, because Jessie Lee gave me a very strong foundation on Bazi, and the rest I built on my own. Am I? Oh, Mr. Sima here. Well, thank you for coming in. So, am I good? No, I will never be good until you work with me. Meaning that while I make my mistake, while I share with you, while I walk my way, you too are walking your own way. And thank you. You are such a lovely lady. Thanks, Wong. I give you a shout out. Thank you. So what happened is that I am working everything on my own. I think that it's time I spend some money to have a place that is giving me the space so that I can think better. With a person like me like to do everything at once. I like to be the best in everything I can, because the ego and the past experiences of life still haunting me. I can't be washing away all those ego, all those I want ego of those things that, oh, I want to be seen, I want to be acknowledged, I want to be liked, that kind of thing. I don't know whether you feel it or not, but the thing is, now that I started to discard Oh, I wouldn't want to discard ego because ego keep me going. It's just that I will dilute it to a need situation, right? TikTok asked me to increase to 294 live viewers with $43 in promote. Don't need lah. I have the one those are here, and if they have already been awakened and find their worth, I think I don't need to reach a lot of people. I just need to reach people who wants to get themselves into a place that they are happy. Well, in happiness, you always need to know what is sadness. You need to know what is pain before you know how to heal. I face so much of pain that I cover it and cover it and cover it until the biggest trauma came in 2023. And that awakening 100,000 just have one. Ah, yes, it's enough. One person is enough. If I manage to help one person to awaken their work, I already achieved my legacy. But I know I can do more than that because you are all here. You on your part will do it. Maybe you do more than me. It doesn't matter. Most important is together we do it so that the world become a better place. Yeah, I sound like I want to save the world. I can't. Alone I can't do anything. But I know with my energy I can draw a lot of people to like themselves, love themselves, find happiness in themselves. So it's like the statement. No, it's not that they don't want to be awakened. It's like me. I tell you why, Mr. Sim, I'm saying that. When I started my journey on coaching, I just refused to face the situation because I feel that if I walk out from my present situation, then I will lose everything. And I dare not really face the world. You know, being a single parent was something that I have to achieve on my own, and I dare not tell people when I started. But obviously I have very good friends, and my daughter is beautiful. I'm just sorry that I couldn't do a live session with her, but let's see next year when she come back, or when she come back next, I'll make a point and have her join me, right? So we like to judge people, and we like to judge people by their status. We like to judge people by how they wear, by their shape, by their family background, by anything and everything to make us look good. Most of the time people want to look good by stepping on somebody. And I have this story I like to tell you. In my time, about how many years ago, let's say before pandemic, okay, maybe 8 years ago, I was the chairman for a voluntary body. And during that time, you know, when you are a chairman for a voluntary body, and it's in Mandarin, and I don't know Mandarin. I know how to speak very well, but I don't know how to read. And you know the culture of association, most of it is about status, about who can say what, who can do what. It's all about power struggle. No, it's very political. So I have these two groups, or maybe three groups. Well, thankfully, I think I have two groups that don't agree with each other. But I must say thank you to them for supporting me, even though they disagree with each other, because they know that when I took up the responsibility of being the chairman, my main focus is to ensure that that event went well. And I'm glad to say it went well because since that time, their financial situations start to grow, and now they have surplus also. So I think I did my job, but of course nobody think that I've done it. Nobody think that I was the one behind it. Does it really matter? In the end, the association are doing better than they should. So I guess that's all it's all about. And when I was discussing something with someone recently from the association, so I was just referring to a person that helped me during that time. And this lady come and tell me, who cares what they do now? Who cares what they do then? It's most important what the person who are in the chair can do now. Well, I feel that it is very insulting to put down a person just to make another person look good, right? So if you are one of them, please change. You know, karma comes and hit you when you are at the weakest. I don't know how many people believe in karma. I, for one, always believe in karma. When I do bad, I feel bad because I know I have my reason, but still bad is bad, right? So nowadays, I don't do anything. I observe, and when I got the time, then I will share and tell in a storytelling manner so that the person get the story, right? The thing you shouldn't do is to just copy paste what people say, and you become like a newspaper newscaster without a script. Yes, Bodita, you're back. Yeah, but again, do you agree with me that sometimes you do good things, people think that is bad? That's what the Chinese will say, 好心做壞事. It's like you are good-heartedly telling somebody to do something and then it become bad. Now, this brings me to another story that I'm going to tell you, a personal experience that I had. I was driving. I think I was driving, and oh no no, I was walking. I was walking. That time was around 30 or 40 years ago. I took bus, and I always have when you take bus at the same time, you normally have people that on the same time taking the same bus with you. So when you see them, you know, oh, you're on the right bus. Sometimes you chase bus until you forgot what it is. Last time nobody line up for bus, especially when you're bus mini Malaysia. We call the BMW. You hanging out halfway on the bus, and then you just grab whatever you can. You go in, and sometimes you got molested inside because you got a lot of hamsap people inside. Hamsap means that those with the hands that like to touch women, I think their hands are now got some problem. After 30 years, if they've been doing those indecent things, God help them. God won't help them. God also won't punish them because it's their karma. So what happened is, I was on the bus that was 7 o'clock in the morning from my place in Puchong. Then we take it down to Putu Raya. Then you have to change one bus to go to Bukit Bintang. So this bus stop in front of Swiss Garden Hotel. Then is beside them is one Magnum. So they will stop there. And then we were just crossing, and this car so kind, he stopped for us to cross. It's 3 lane, and what happened is this guy was crossing the first one, then the second one, the car come and bang him. From then on, I tell you, I don't stop my car for anybody that is crossing, especially when there are 3 lane, unless just me alone. I mean, the lane is only 1 lane and me alone, then I'll let them pass. Or sometimes when you just turn left, then people will cross, then you let them pass. So is it good or bad? So karma is something that you don't know whether it's good or bad until the results come. But as long as you do it wholeheartedly, knowing that you are doing it for a cause that you wanted, I guess it's okay. Uh, but I stand corrected, yeah. I stand corrected. Uh, okay. I said violation warning, your life is flagged for violent and criminal behavior repeated. I don't know where I said wrong, so my apology. Let me just get this done. Okay. Did someone yeah. I am not sure where did I say the wrong thing, but a warning came up. Yeah, if you all know where did I say the wrong thing, please tell me, because I don't want to be blocked for nothing. Let me see, why was I some audience restricted for some audience? Anybody knows why? I didn't really say anything bad. Okay. Do with the inner heart compassion and be mindful. Yes. Thank you, Modita. I don't know. Did I say anything wrong? Do your mind come and tell me, please? Because uh, I this is the first time I got warning from TikTok about violation. I don't know what did I say wrong, but I did send message to them, asking them what did I say wrong. Okay, then I continue with this one. Okay, yeah, I don't think I said, well, anything that is wrong, but I don't know. Maybe somebody reported. Well, anyway, thanks, Wong, for telling me. You all need to prompt me if I say anything that is not legally right. I think I told you about the story about association. Yeah, I didn't say anything wrong, right? Anyway, if they say I'm wrong, then better find out why they say I'm wrong. What have I violated? Yeah, so that we know what. Even when you do live, then you know my experiences, and you don't need to be blocked. Okay, now the next phrase is pretty interesting. Yeah, if you take showing filial piety to your parents and taking care of your children as a responsibility and securing a marriage as an obligation, you have lost the ability of sharing love and joy with your family. Thank you. And your loved one, all of this would become a burden instead of an enjoyable deed to show your love. Thank you, Mundita, for telling me. Wong told me too. I guess I have to wait for TikTok to tell me. I have sent in when they pop up on my screen, because they won't show it to you, they will just show it to me. Then the other thing I was just saying, yeah, this is the phrase that I feel sad about, is that sometimes, well, I am an example. Filial piety. To me, I must be filial piety to my mother since my father passed away. So I die also do everything I can to make sure that she is well, But all through the time, I hated her. And that happened about 15 years ago when I went for this inner life journey, or something to do with life journey, which is conducted by Cai Lao Si. And she told me it has nothing to do with telepathy. If you hate your mother, then you should find out why it is. And I've already explained in some of my TikTok sharing that during my childhood, they dumped me to a nanny when I was 7 or 8 years old, and that is the place where I got sexually abused. I could have been raped. I don't know. When you're 7 and 8 years old, you don't really know. And from then on, my life becomes such a difficult time, because when you're a child, you don't know what you can do, especially when you are about 50 years ago, the old time where virgin seems to be the only thing that people worry about. Obviously, now relationship is very important. So filial piety have to come from your heart. So now Qingming is coming, right? So you go and pray to the ancestor, you buy a lot of things, but your heart is not at it. You just want to go because everybody say, oh, it's filial piety, you go and pray to your ancestor, you must pray to your ancestor. If you want to become rich, you want to become good, that kind of thing they will tell you, because it is what needed done due to culture. But to me, I feel that it is important that even though you don't go, you pay your respect, in a sense that you really respect your being. That means you are the product of your generation, right? Your father, your grandfather, your great grandfather, and so. You are the product of that culture. So if you are the product of that culture, don't you think that you need to honor yourself in the sense that you become the best of yourself, contribute towards the society while loving yourself, and let the light shines from inner, rather than buy things to burn just because burning, but you have no intention at all to respect them. I don't know, I don't do it that often. I mean, my father's side, I stopped going because I feel I've done what I've done. I have told what I need to tell them, and I have already done my part as a child, done my part as contributing towards the family. So now I just do things that is beneficial to me while helping others through that kind of energy, right? Thank you for coming in, ultimate Desi boy. Okay. I welcome everybody to my page in Awakening Your Worth. I know I do not have a very strong standing in the viewership, but it doesn't matter because those who comes in, they come in because they wanted something. They wanted something not from me, from themselves. So from every story that I tell, you do your best to share out so that people who are victims of the circumstances know that there are support all over the place. They don't need to worry about no face lah, or worry about being victimized again, because if you do not pay attention to being who you are, you will be victimized, and then you become the victim again of your own doing. If people already know your secret, there's nothing for them to blackmail you. You know, like why all those relationship got haywire, got crazy. After the hoo-ha, nothing will happen. Whatever need to happen will happen. Either it happen today or it happen tomorrow, it will still happen. Hello, how do how do I pronounce your name? Thermostry? Right. Anyway, for friends who are in this page, please be kind to each other. Send greetings if you can, because everybody is here not just for me. Everybody contribute towards the energy that we are sharing now. If you are, oh, he's my friend. Thanks, Modita. If you are in this page, you are already one of us. In a sense, you are either looking for a solution to help yourself, or you are opening your heart, or you're walking out of the shadow, or you are removing your mask. So thank you for all the emoticons. I really likes it, and thank you for your support. But be here because you want to be here. It's okay for you to move in and out of this page, yeah. And the other thing that I need to bring forward is that when you are in the lowest of your energy, I would encourage you to talk to somebody, talk to thank you for your rose, talk to anybody. Even if you are in this page, when you are in this page, you can share. And friends from the universe, friends, children of the universe, when you see people sharing, please send them some kind of hugs or something like that, because they just need you to be there, to be here for them. That's what I'm doing. I've been planning to have a session where I just switch on and don't talk, but every time I see these lovely people, I just couldn't stop talking. I just feel that I can touch you by just sharing. I can even feel you. Then people say, you know, there are many things that people tell me, oh, it's not working. But I don't believe it's not working. I believe it's working because nowadays, if you have seen you can go to my YouTube, look for Becky. My face, my features then and now. I think I look brighter now compared to before because I start to clear up. Yeah, engage with them, you might make their day. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. But the thing is, not everybody is really engaging, like Wong here and Mudita, Adeline. Oh, thank you very much. Then uh, who else? Mr. Sim. Okay, so the thing that is most important here is when the world let you down, when the world let you down, you still have at least one person that is for you. You know, like the China. I like to go back to Chinese saying because these are the phrases that we use every day. It's called like lan xun do yao sam gan tang. That means in a capsized boat, it still got three kgs of nails, right? So why don't you use that? You know, the faster you move, the easier your life with your life is. You know, when you are breaking through certain, uh, you know, people are afraid to do any breakthrough because they feel that their life will be threatened. It's like when you are in an office and you have abusive people, you scared that if you open up, you will be abused more. Well, if you don't open up, no matter where you go, you will be abused. Beside your office, your home, you'll be abused. You go to the supermarket, also you'll be abused. You walk anywhere, is also being abused. Because the energy of this energy will keep compounding. And that's the scary part, yeah. It's compounding, it's not adding. So what I need you to do for ourselves, for you and for me, because your energy will affect me too. So for all of us who are in this page, we should really work for ourselves. Is whenever there's something bad, talk about it. You don't feel nice, you say, okay, I don't feel happy because you are not treating me well. Then maybe the person is somebody you love. That's external. Is it a drawn love or a given love? If you draw love, those people won't hurt you. It's like now people come to me because they feel that uh, I'm easy to talk to, yeah, and I keep secret. Uh, but I share their story, except you don't know who they are, right? So I'm allowed to share their story. I don't reveal their name. So that's how I do my coaching, because individual person, they have their own right. And if they cannot trust me to tell me their story, then I'm not a good coach. It has nothing to do with the client. It have to be me that convince myself that I'm trustworthy, and then I draw people who trust me to my pool of clients. So if you're not doing a good job, it is not the fault of other people, right? It is the fault of not understanding. Number one, maybe your scope, right? Maybe the duty is not clear, so you need to clear it up. Many relationship or situation many people feel difficult to share. Yes, I believe it is. Yeah. Can I just call you Timo because your name is a bit too long for me? My fault, not your fault, so my apology. So can I just call you Timo? So that's the thing. uh because in my culture, I am looking from my aspect, and also mostly from the Asian culture. We are not encouraged. Oh, thank you, Timo. We are not encouraged to speak up. Can you remember when you are young that time, and then you saw something bad, and then you want to tell your mother, say, "Oh, mother, this person is taking something." Mother, shh, don't talk so much. Not your problem. Don't talk. So you keep quiet. Time after time, when you see something that is wrong, you stop telling people. And then when it comes to your life, you no longer tell people what they are because you feel that it is wrong, right? Yeah, I'm like that too. But now I don't. So nobody dare to backstab me. Do you know why? It's not that I got nothing bad to talk about, yeah. I'm still human. I still have my fault. Do you want to share what you think? Why people dare not backstab me? Let's hear your opinion so that I can know what you think could be your solution. We never share the negative emotion. Yeah. You never, because you're not allowed. But negative information, don't you think is something you can learn from? It's like negative information, like you say uh this person not good in the job. Okay, let's say you have a subordinate. You said this person is not good in her job or his job. Okay, it's negative, right? Now if you turn that into another phrase, you say this person have potential, we just need to guide. Is it the same? Maybe because you are a person who learn and tries to improve it. Yeah, no. Yes and no, Timo. You see, what happened is, I I start to clean myself up. I start to face my devil. I start to tell people, uh, whenever I did wrong, I apologize. Yeah, it takes a lot of effort for me to apologize. When I was running a travel agent, I've been running a travel agent for the past 35 years until pandemic when I stopped. But honesty is something that I uphold. And when my staff was accused of anything, I, for one, will always jump in to help them without checking. That was me before. And when I found out that my staff is the one who is wrong, or our company is the one that is wrong, I will officially write an apology letter to the hotels or the suppliers or the agents or whatever. So it is always my practice. Therefore, in the market, I'm well known to be trusted, because no matter how difficult it is, when it is my fault, I admit it is my fault. So when people backstab me, I will immediately call the person. Let's say A tell me, oh, so and so talk this about you. Then I say, you stay here, I'm going to call, and I will do it immediately. Right? I don't let it be still and then say, oh, maybe they're not feeling well, they do this. Oh, no such nonsense. You need to tell people and clarify so that you yourself have a status in your own, uh, what I call it, your own domain, that you are also trustworthy. And then you will not be attracting people who are not mm, favorable, right? So if you are one who always faced with problem, don't ask why the problem come to you. Ask yourself how to solve the problem. How can I solve the problem? Because when you solve it, the next time a bigger problem comes, you are always ready, because you know you can. Who don't make mistake? I make mistake. I make lots of mistake. I make huge mistake. That's why I told my daughter, they believe your life is thank you. You know, I told my daughter, and if you have partners and friends and whatever, tell them you need to own up to your own fault. You won't die from it, man. You will only win when you start to own up, and your respect grew. People will respect you. Even when you walk out, you can see that. Thank you. Even when you walk out of any environment, you are so calm. I practice it. That's why I know. And I encourage you all to just test it out. Don't try. You need to test it out. Because try and say, okay, tomorrow first. Okay, tomorrow first. And the tomorrow never come. Right? So you go ahead, do it. And what I was just going to say is that if you have friends and people that you love because you are lovable, yeah, do oblige if we do the right or wrong thing. If you are, I mean, it's convenient for you. You tell them what to do is that go ahead and make the mistakes that you need. Because the more you make, the faster you learn. But don't keep making the same mistake lah. Okay? Promise yourself if you have done something that is a mistake, you have learned it. Don't keep making the same mistake. It's like you stepping into a hole that you know is a hole and you keep stepping into the same hole. No, you are smarter than that. If you appear in this page, you're already smarter than that. You have wisdom that is maybe better than mine. Right? So I'm the one that is out here bringing out your values with you together so that I can feel your energy and I can also share my stories. So next time when you have any stories, you can just throw it to me. Uh, I don't know how you throw it to me, but you can share it here because I must apologize. I don't invite anybody into this page, and those that who have been with me, you know why. Yeah, and people here are so beautiful. Every time I talk to you, I can feel that can shine and attract love and attract energy that is good for themselves. So these are the points that I am drawing home. My English could be difficult to understand for some, but my intention is always towards awakening your worth for people who are here. Everybody is important. Even last time I tend to bring back last time story. I'm sorry, because I'm from the old school. Last time people like to think that garbage collector is dirty work. Those last time our toilets are those we had to take the tong one, that kind of thing. uh, thank you. Those are dirty work. Now imagine if you don't have those people come and collect your rubbish, will you be stressed? So be nice to everybody. Don't care whether they are rubbish collector, whether they are sweeping the floor. It's good to just say hi, hello, how are you? If you just greeting or just a smile, even the toilets, when you went in, there are cleaners there. When they are not happy, you just smile at them. You make them so happy because they feel they have been seen. That's what I normally do. And then when you talk to them, be nice. You cannot guarantee that your future generation won't be one of them. Yeah, I dare not guarantee to. We might have a very good life now, but you never know. The world change over time. If you don't treat people nice, you are not treating yourself nice. It's just to prove that you're not worth it. Yeah, thank you very much for giving me all the support. Now, the other thing that I want to share is about uh, so I guess walking out from the shadow is not something that you cannot do. Unmasking is also something that you can do. In order for you to really be able to anchor yourself, I have actually set up a few processes that I myself practice now. Unconsciously, I am practice now. Yeah, our life is temporary. I'm not afraid of karma. Because I believe what comes to me is a lesson. If it's wrong, then I must correct my karma now so that the next life, I'm a believer of next life, past life. So that my next life I don't need to pay because you have to keep paying the debts and the wrongdoing until it is done. So there are things that people say, oh, you're born as a pig, as a dog, as a what. That to me is irrelevant, but for me it's very important that any bad things come to me could be a karmic loop from my past. I cannot guarantee that my past life I'm not a murderer or a rapist or something like that. It could be something like that. That's why I'm facing it, right? But it doesn't matter. So most important now is for me to correct the present and to be honest about things that is not, that are not right. It's raining. It's been so hot in Malaysia that we are peeling off second skin now, and it's raining. God is agree. Yes, we have to do the danas. Yeah, danas. I do vipassana, and I really love vipassana. Of course, when come to vipassana, it's all about impermanence. Uh, Nothing is permanent. That's what I'm saying. If you gone through the pain, yeah, today you might see that it's a whole wow, such a big thing, it's like your life is coming to an end, that kind of thing. Then tomorrow, well, it's just another new day, right? So where did you do it? Vipassana bhavana meditation. Yes, I do that, and I feel that it is also very good time to really appreciate yourself, because when you do vipassana, you are bringing in a lot of things about yourself. For noble truth and eightfold path. Wow, you are higher category than me. I just joined them once, and I feel that it is very enlightening. Uh, well, I'm still learning. Maybe you could teach me more. So, what is the four steps, the three steps that I have focused on, so that the viewers here can really anchor on it and do it on their own? Is number one, you need to focus. Yeah, this is my lesson. I need to focus because I am so full of everything. So I have to focus. So what I've done now is I decided to take a space, pay some money, take a space at the co-working area, which was initiated by my daughter. And I feel that to do the posting here at this place, I can talk better, and I feel your energy too, because I'm no longer in the home environment, like want to do, don't want to do, that kind of habit. So now it's purely focus, and then anchor, which is grounding. So I just ground myself on topics that I want to say. Like you all know that I am into awakening your word, and I am trying to find out. No, don't forget about the word I use. Try. I am enforcing that you anchor on something. For me, I'm anchoring on awakening. Okay, the word is something you need to find out which one you want to do first, because if you have awakened one very important word, the rest is like open sesame, the door just open. The opportunity that comes my way this past few months after my vipassana, or after the past 1 year, is just coming in like nobody business. And I internally, unconsciously, I'm actually putting a block because I don't want to work so much. I still want to enjoy my life. I still want to play. I still want to travel. So I have been traveling for the past 2 months, and I'm still traveling because this is the year for me to reborn. I am into the circle of 60 years. The Chinese calendar, 60 years is the day, the same pillar that you are born with. I also do parts reading. So I am really gung ho into it, right? So finally, purpose is our field. That means after you have purpose is your field. Because you have your focus, your grounding, and your purpose, it have to go in the field way, right? So awakening awareness, yes, awakening awareness is something that actually, if you say it's deep, it's not deep, right? If you say it's shallow, it's also not shallow. Sometimes when you really sit down and ask yourself, what do I want? Can you find an answer? You might have so many answers. So this three step is very important. That is to focus one thing at a time, ground your ground yourself, and then find your purpose, right? And all these need some other kind of information. It's like you need to know your past. which is your lesson. I am very clear on my past. Now I clean my past already. I came clean with my mother. I came clean with my partner. I came clean with my daughter. I even came clean with you all, right? So present is our teacher. So you are my teacher as I am your teacher. Because though we have different opinion, it doesn't mean that we are disagreeing with each other, right? We are actually agreeing with the situation. Satu, satu, satu. Yes. So we are sharing resources. When you go into a space of knowing, acknowledging, you are actually accepting that things are meant to be the way it should be. Sometimes you cannot change. You know, it's like in the gender equality thing, you have female, male, and you have uh, those in between gender. And people are making a lot of hoo-ha about them. Do you think they want to be that way? It is something that is not their fault, but regulations make it so difficult for them to survive. I'm not supporting on or saying that who is right, who is wrong. Sometimes, you know, you need to let people live the way they want, as long as they are not imposing anything on you, or they are not abusing you in that manner. So what I want to say now is that, you know, present is our teacher. Then we need to know why the environment changed, what caused the cultural things that we learn no longer serve it now, right? Always no mud, no lotus. Yeah, mud make the most beautiful lotus. So when you are in the mud, pick yourself up, be the lotus. We all can. I believe we can. I believe I can. Then obviously you can, right? Let's go that way. And then future is your inspiration. Will we always succeed in what we want to do? That will be the question you might want to ask, which I also ask myself. Well, you wouldn't know until you do your best, until you reach your limit. But what is your limit? As long as it's forward, as long as something that is good, there is no limit. You just keep growing, because you will keep shining. And believe me, yeah, no judgment, sister. And believe me, whatever you do always come back to you tenfold. And that will be so beautiful, right? Life are meant to be beautiful because you are allowed to make it beautiful. Except we fall into the trap of being taught what is not, what is it, what kind of compliance you need to do. It's like an SOP in your life. Do you know that we are actually being fixed into a SOP, that, you know, men should behave like that, women should behave like that, father should be like that, mother should be like that, grandmother should be like that, grandfather should be like that, students should be like that, children should be like that. Do you agree? We have been fixed into an SOP, and this kind of SOP are no longer healthy. Like, life is so beautiful, we humans fail to at the most, I think it's not that we don't, it's just that we are being boxed. We have been boxed. Unconsciously we have followed until something hit you so badly. That's why I say sometimes negativity is never bad. Yeah, until something bad hit you so badly or hurt you so much, and you wake up to the fact that there is more life than life as it is. Yeah, we are born to be free. We are born to be who we are, should be the way I would like to say. Authentically, we should know what is our function, how we should behave ourselves because we love ourselves, not because the environment asks us to be that way. You know, another phrase from this book which I find pretty interesting is, wait, let me just find it. I put a mark there. And this is what I want to share. I hope the mark is, oh yeah, this is what I want to share. Okay. Mudita, you will like this. The natural distribution of your spirituality is known as Dharma, the nature of reality. Majority of people assume that God is the one who destined one afterlife, but you're wrong because God is the highest level of spirituality as they have achieved all the good in life. All the deities and God still need to abide the nature of reality. Once they fail to do so, they would be demoted back to the mortal world. Okay, this is another teaching. Therefore, the future of your soul is determined by your current action that is performed by your spirituality via your body. Does it make sense? At what age do you think? At what age is let me see. What did you say? At what age do you think we are born to be free? As mentioned earlier, we are born to be free, not age. The time you are born, you are free. But you have the stigma of past generation. You have the uh, debts in a way from past generation, and you feel that whatever is taught to you is correct. You feel that your parents will never harm you by teaching you things like that, as your parents were taught before and their parents taught them. So nobody think about whether it's right or wrong, whether they really give you a chance to be yourself. So if you are parents now, let your child grow. I let my child grow. Sometimes she say things I don't like, but I know that she has said it in a very good intention and she's growing herself. So what I taught my child is that no matter what happened, remember to love yourself. When you love yourself, miracles happen. And when you manifest things, it becomes clearer. And like now I learned, like I mentioned before, I learned a lot of things. Feng Shui is one thing. And I used to believe that you place things here, you face here, you sit like that, you will get better thing. But true enough, but how much truth can it hold? I mean, every time the feng shui change, you have to change your sitting. Hey, you don't own the office, yeah. You don't own the company, right? So, oh, well, born to be free is the freedom to think, not to let them run around freely. That kind of thing, because it's dangerous. Born to be free is you allow them to think the way they think, and then you learn from them why they think the things that they think, because they are very innocent, they are very open, they are allowed to bloom, they are allowed to bloom like the flowers opening. You allow them to bloom. You don't say no, you cannot think like that, it's sinful, that kind of thing. You just need to find out why they ask those questions or why they make such statement, what make them make such statement. So parents or caretaker, you are the best coach in the world. You don't need to go and like me go and take lesson. You just need to ask the right question every time the child have something that you feel that is out of place. Then you need to ask what makes you say that, then listen to them. Yeah, heal ourselves, inner self. Yeah, we really must heal, because even though you're born clean, you still have the past. So sometimes, do you know that you feel very down for no reason at all? I used to have that kind of feeling many, 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 many years ago. Until recently, every time I have this feeling, then I ask myself, okay, what next? I already know is there. I can't change the past. I will not regret for whatever happened that I have not known, but I forgive myself for feeling this way, and let's do what we can to make things easier. That's what I normally do. I am human, I'm human before I'm anything else. So my energy and your energy, my feeling and your feeling is more or less the same. That's why we are on this page in my page. Right? So if you could and you have shared, let's do something more, help each other. When you see anybody who is down, you don't need to say anything. You know them. You just go and sit with them, don't say anything. And your energy or vibrancy will help them to lift them out from that kind of sadness. You don't know why, but you know you can. And isn't that beautiful? You are doing something for yourself while helping others because you are shining from inside. So that's what I do every time I see anybody that is not too good. I will just move nearby, stand nearby, or do something like that. You say, oh, then you know if culturally we are taught, say, hey, don't go so near. Where the bad energy comes to you, oh, bullshit. Yes, don't believe things like that because your energy is so strong. You can share. That's why you can be the person that put a hand out to help other people. You don't need to use money. You just need to use, and in fact you just need to be you lah, in other words. Don't you think that is most beautiful? I think that is nice. That's why every time I go out, I I will I feel very happy one whenever I go out. And people see me also they happy. I don't know why. Yeah. If I see somebody unhappy, then I ask myself, okay, what in me that draw this person to me? Or when I see something that is not nice in front of me, then I ask, okay, so what should I do about it? So it's also karmic. Good is also karma, not good is also karma. But in goodness, when you meet somebody in goodness, that means you are giving. And if you meet somebody that is not good, it means that you are forgiving. You are forgiving yourself. You are not, you don't know where your karma are kept. And you don't need to know, yeah, Chang. You don't need to know. You just know that if you think that is your karma, okay, then the question you need to ask yourself is, what can I do now? Solve your problem. Don't put it into a blame. Don't turn it into a blame. Now lah, I do this, that's why I got this. Or my previous chin sai some Chinese na. No lah, don't deny it. You say, okay, this is my karma. So what can I do? Because it appear for me to solve it now. Find solution. Yeah, Mudita got it right. Karma is an action of ourselves. It's not about what you inherited. It could be in your inheritance, but your duty now is to solve it. Solve it so that you have a better future and your path become lighter and you light the way for people. Simple. You don't need money, you don't need anything. You just need to be authentically you. And then when you are in that kind of situation, you will most of the time meet people who is nice. Provided you are nice. If you are just nice on the outside and inside your unconscious mind is so toxic, then you will draw that kind of toxicity. You say, no, I'm so nice, but I don't know why I come across people who is so nasty to me. First ask yourself, your niceness come from your internal core, your values, or it's just a facial value. Now if it comes from your internal core and honesty, then the next question you need to ask yourself is, okay, let's face it, I have this in my karma, right? So let's solve it so that I have lesser, in a way I wouldn't call it sin, lesser repayment, right? I guess that makes a lot of difference. That's how I live my life now. I don't expect to be perfect. I don't expect to always be happy. I don't expect always to be right, but I go with the flow. You know, it's like sometimes when you look for a parking, if you are in a rush, you normally don't get a parking, no matter how you manifest, because your heart is about rushing to a point. So what you need to do is always be on time for your appointment. Then you have to come up early. Let me just get this TikTok thing away, okay. Then the other thing is action of bad talking and do negative things towards others. Yeah, it's true. I agree with you. Even bad thoughts also, Modita, not only action. The thoughts itself is also very important. So what we need to do together is number one, love ourselves. Number two, shine out, emulate everybody else, bring everybody into your lights, and then keep asking yourself question when you're faced with any kind of difficulty. If you face any kind of good things, thank the universe for this. Yeah, it's like me, I'm thanking everybody here, like Monita Wong, Mr. Sim was here, uh, Tom Tomo is here. So thank you for coming in. I have passed the 1 hour. Let's see next trip what I share. Till then, happy weekend and stay in love, children of the universe. Thank you. Bye bye.